There's a little grocery store right around the corner from my flat called Tesco Metro. One of my friends made the mistake early in our trip of asking inside if there was a real grocery store nearby. They replied that this was a real grocery store. It has all the sections of a big supermarket, but the proportions are all messed up, making it seem almost like a gas station. The candy aisle is just as big as the produce section and probably offers the most varied choices in the whole store. This is good because I'm in the market for some dessert. I ate my last chocolate-coated digestive in the morning, so I need to buy some candy. Unfortunately, there's a vague smell of sewage that always hangs by the doors to Tesco. I would go to another place, but it's too late and they're all closed. I think it's because it has one of those heaters above the front door that blows a strong gust of hot air on you as you walk in, trying to trick you into believing that the whole store will be that cozy. But I think there's something like old food caught inside. Maybe some wilted cabbage, a little moldy cheese. The heater puffs out the foul smell, and it hovers like a cloud of gnats. It flies up your nose and into your mouth, probably even in your ear and down your shirt collar. That way, it can stay with you in the store. And just when you think it's safe to normally inhale, it can waft its way back out of your collar and remind you that you are in Tesco Metro. I dwell on this possible horror as I approach the entrance. I hold my breath and blast through the warm, tainted air. I shake out my jacket to avoid harboring any scent remains and head for the candy. I wander through the crisps first, because I'm running low and I need to see if roast chicken flavor is buy one get one again. It is, but I decide not to buy. So I arrive at the chocolate aisle and plant myself a good scanning distance away. As I'm looking, all of these unfamiliar names stare back at me. I'm wondering what might be in a Kinder Surprise, and who thought it would be a good idea to name a candy bar Flake. I found out later that Flake is just as bad as it sounds. Anyway, after a bit, a middle-aged woman approaches me and asks what I'm looking for. I don't really know, I said. I'm just kind of looking around. She looks at me with wide-ish eyes and exclaims, "You've got an accent! Where are you from?" I don't really like that question. I've had so much trouble figuring out how to answer it. When you're from the States, apparently there is no right way to answer. If you just say the States, then they'll say, "The United States." If you go with United States, they'll say, "Of America?" So then, if you say you're American, they'll be like, "Oh, so you're from the States. Are you kidding me?" The only option they leave you is the United States of America, to which they don't even respond. They just stare and wonder how self-important you must feel. So she asks me where I'm from. A wave of memories of past failures flood my head trying to answer this question, and in the intensity of the moment, I can't even respond. A jumble of United American States seas over jumps out. She clearly got the point, though. "Americans are so fat these days," she replied. Yeah. Some of them can get a bit large," I managed back. "What do you say to that? I'm sorry?" While I'm standing here thinking about what an odd thing to say it was, she delves into an explanation of which each candy bar is. Aero has a nice crunch and a good mint flavor. Yorkies are great. If you just want just a taste of chocolate, Cadbury Fudge is a lovely candy. Quite good if you're looking for a bit of chocolate, and it's only 27p. Nice and small, but it can really hit the spot. I get the impression she's in here a lot looking for that little taste, and that this 27p Cadbury Fudge might be a personal favorite. She finishes with a recommendation for a delicious new candy. It's quite nice. If I haven't tried it yet, I should certainly give it a go. She reaches down and picks up a Reese's peanut butter cup. I accept it from her hands with deep sadness. How terrible that her life should have been deprived of Reese's until what must be her late 40s. I thank her for the recommendations, and as she walks off, she stoops down to the bottom magazine rack, picks one up, and hands it back to me. They have to shift them anyway, and sometimes you need a good read on the tube. I walk out with a magazine and a Mars bar. I'm pretty sure I read about them in Harry Potter once, and I learned loads from the free issue about Mount St. Helens on the trip back.